If you are a black person and you don't plan on ever leaving America, welcome to my video. I'm Mocha and I checked out a few years ago. I love America because I wanted a better quality of life as a black woman. It's been an amazing journey for me, but I know that isn't the path for everyone, whether that is by choice or if it's by circumstance. So everybody's not able to leave. Everybody doesn't have the desire to leave. So if you plan on staying, I at least want you to just start taking some things into consideration if you haven't already. If you have, that's fine. You can drop it in the comments and let me know, okay? But I just want to talk about how the world is changing, right? We are in a transitionary phase, stage. We are moving towards some new paradigms, all right? So we're going to see some shifts in the economy, in the environment, how we live and work. Okay, these changes mean we need to just start thinking differently about how we take care of ourselves, our families, and our communities. So if you're staying in America, and this isn't just for America, this is for my folks worldwide, globally watching, wherever you are. But I'm talking to my folks in particular, right? I'm just giving a special little nudge to y'all, all right? It's important to start preparing yourself for what's coming and just focus on being self-sustaining and building a resourceful life. It's not about fear. I'm just trying to, we just need to start, getting in the habit of things because people don't like change, right? But change is the only constant. So just start mentally preparing yourself for change. You can start physically preparing yourself for change. All right, just we're going to talk about some things that you can do to get ready for it. And thank you for Stylish 3Ts for sponsoring this video, for sponsoring this sweatshirt, rather. Yes, I got on a sweatshirt out here in Jamaica. I'm up in these mountains and it be cold. Yeah, blankets, heaters. I sure do got them. Yep, out here in Jamaica. All right, so we are, I would like to call this, we're going forward and we're going backward. Like, I don't know if y'all know like the little Sankofa bird that you'll see in Ghana, but I would like to, it's like we're looking back, but we're also going forward, right? Uh, we have to start developing a better relationship with the land, with the earth, with the ground. All right, I'm not talking about cause but we built America, we built it. Y'all need to actually understand land and the earth. All right, and the dirt and the ground. I'm not saying y'all, we, us in general, right? And even that, we just need to start learning how to feed ourselves. We have to learn how to reconnect with the land. So in your backyard, your balcony, your windowsill. So you need to at least start experimenting and start developing some type of relational connection with how things grow, food wise. Um, Hydroponics are a great thing now. If you don't have any of that stuff, you don't have like a whole lot of dirt, soil space. I'm planning on trying to test out some things with hydroponics in the near future, so I'll probably make some videos with that. But you just start with something small, right? You just want to start getting a habit, start practicing at the very least, right? So you can start with some herbs, some lettuce, those little easy things that are great for beginners. You can start, just getting your fingers into some soil and just start reconnecting with stuff in that capacity. Like, or look into community gardens if you don't have space at home. Okay, just knowing even how to grow a portion of your food is going to be, critical for you, and just learning how to be self-sustaining in some capacity, right? If everybody was to grow something, like, will we need a grocery store? Not too much. I don't think so. All right. The next thing, we're gonna have to just start developing more practical skills. Right now, I don't know nothing about building a house. If you know somebody that can build a house, beautiful. But like, community wise, right? Just learning how to do some basic stuff, right? Um, Maybe practicing making some clothes, maybe practicing, you know, learning how to maintain a vehicle. This is the pot calling the kettle black because child knows I don't know nothing about maintaining no car. Um, but again, okay, we want to just start developing just more skills as a community, right? Get comfortable cooking from scratch. Y'all, I made some cookies today. Not today, the other day, and those were the best cookies I ever had in my life. Right? I just was like, let me try and make some cookies. I don't know how cheaper it is, and a lot of these things, some of these things are going to be, economic wise. Some of the stuff is just going to be about knowing how to do, right? So, um, is it healthier? Probably to make cookies at home as opposed to buying them prepackaged from a store. Probably, right? You know what's going into stuff. You can, cater things towards your body better. I made a batch of cookies with some whole wheat flour. I use allulose instead of regular sugar. Allulose is like a low glycemic sugar and it activates GLP compound. I don't know. All this stuff. Just get comfortable or just, again, like just get in a habit of just learning how to reintegrate these skills like back into everyday experiences. All right, so the next thing regarding your finances. Now, for me, this is more so about changing the way that we conceptualize earning money and earning income. We are gonna just have to start getting like comfortable with the idea that this is probably gonna change and shift. The way we sustain ourselves financially probably won't be looking the same as we've known it for these past decades, right? You probably won't be as tied, or these 9 to 5 things won't be as like structured or like rigid as we've again experienced them. You're gonna have to start again conceptualizing new ways to make money, and not necessarily new ways to make money, but just new ways of doing things, right? Learning how to like use your skill set um, independently as opposed to like giving it to an employer, right? I feel that's where we're heading towards, right? I think that's kind of what we've been. We kind of like in this space with like online income and working from home and stuff like that. I don't know if we are going to know jobs and work like we've come to know them, right? I feel like those things are going to change. And again, you just, even if it's there, right, you need to, again, just prepare yourself for the event that stuff starts to look different, right? You don't have the same structural 9 to 5 employment that you may have come to know. That may not exist in the near future, right? What would you do if that was not a thing that you had to rely on? What would you do if we were back before this type of stuff was even created, right? Before a job was created, before a career was established? What would you be doing, right? If we were back in ancient times before, history happened, what would you be doing, right? Like, so that's, and again, not to say we're going back to that, but it's like just start conceptualizing new ways of doing things and that we probably will be transitioning. Maybe, I don't even know if it's going to be in this lifetime. We're definitely heading there, but just in case, how can you take these skills that you have to make sure that you're able to sustain yourself whether or not we still have jobs as what we've come to know them? And of course, like people gonna tell you to, get emergency funds and budget and all this other type of stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying, just be prepared to know how to make money outside of a job capacity, and then you do with your money as you will. Um, and again, try and put it into something that will be self-sustaining for you. Okay. And building a network. Now, I'm not like the most like, you know, extroverted person, but I still understand that for the most part, we can't thrive in isolation. So, building a community, a support system is going to be intricate to this, right? And it's important that you have like minded people in your community. Otherwise, it's just going to be, you're not going to like the community that you build, right? Okay. Um, Find those people that share your values and interests. Like we can do that on the internet, right? Which is great. That's awesome. And that's something we can hopefully start to have shape in real life, but it's hard to do that when like we're so structured around a job and certain things they told us we're supposed to center our life around. It's hard to find actual community. So don't fall into that trap of like, um, you know, you can sustain yourself being isolated and stuff like that. If you work in a job, yeah, and maybe like in the past that was the thing to do, but like I said, with what we're going towards, you want to again start establishing community and start establishing resources with other people and just build like your little network, right? For sharing resources, for support, and just having something to rely on. Again, like we existed in previous in previous times. So we're going forward and we're going back. And again, it can sound scary because I don't know, people get scared because when stuff starts to like start looking unfamiliar to what they've become accustomed to, that fear stuff starts kicking in. But like I said, the only change is constant, and it's just better to start just like thinking and conceptualizing stuff and even putting stuff into motion as opposed to just like freaking out and being like, oh my God, what we're gonna do. Just things are going to change. Like everything is changing. The way you exist right now didn't exist a while ago. Things change, things happen. Like we go through transitionary phases. So just start preparing yourself. Okay. Um, and again, I don't know. So will resources and things become scarce? I hope not. I would like that to not be the case, and that's why I'm like very basic things we just need to start getting reaccustomed to. We need to start learning again about growing food. We need to start learning about how to live off the land. We need to start learning about those things at the very least because we are really disconnected, right? And depending on where you are. So, you don't have to necessarily prepare for the worst. Just be prepared for what could happen. And again, as a means of building and preparing and not out of fear, right? So and the next thing is just start learning how to create your own opportunities. And so I talked about like how jobs and working may change and how those things may look different for us like sometime in the near future, maybe in the far future, who knows, right? But stop waiting on people to give you opportunities. Like, and I feel like that's a big thing with us. Like we're waiting on somebody to give us permission to do something. We're waiting on somebody to tell us what to do. We're waiting like for somebody to come with a magic wand and just do stuff. Like you're gonna have to like learn how to just be like your own creator. You're gonna have to learn how to create stuff. You're gonna learn how to be creative. And not necessarily like painting or making music. You're just gonna have to start learning how to create the things that you desire and putting things into motion, right? So, with those skills you may have or you may not have, how can you meet your needs? You start thinking, how can you meet your needs? Make sure you're good, your community is good, or however you want to structure that, right? We are natural creators, we're natural innovators, we're natural problem solvers. So, use that energy to build something sustainable. Okay, so the world is changing. The best thing you can do is just start preparing yourself for a future where you can thrive no matter what. Okay, again, this isn't about fear. This is about taking control of your life and being ready for whatever comes your way. And if this video resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What are you doing to prepare for this transitionary phase? Do you even think we're going through a transitionary phase, or do you think we just want to keep churning along like we've been churning along? Right? Like I said, I would take this stuff to heed and notice it's not just for like, you know, a certain subset of people. Anybody can take this information because I think it's useful and I think it's helpful. But especially for those of us who are in America, we haven't had that great of an experience over there. We have a bit of ties to this place that makes it harder for us to leave, or some of us are in the psyche that we shouldn't leave, whatever that may be. At the very least, I need for you to start preparing for what this world may look like soon in the near future, next few decades, whatever. Okay, so thank you for watching. I am Mocha. Thank you for subscribing, and I will see you next time. Thank you.